What's going on, everybody? Today we're actually going to be working on Tyler's Miata. We picked up a used Racing Beat sway bar, which I believe is 1.125" thick in diameter. Should help stiffen up the front a lot. And we actually do have Racing Beat adjustable end links that were on the rear of his car, but we took the rear sway bar off, and we're going to be using those adjustable end links to put on the front. Here is the bar itself. It's a little scratched up, but hey, it was fairly cheap, so it had the bushings and the brackets to come along with it. Basically what we're going to do is take the car for a drive before we install this sway bar and get a feel for the car. That way when we do put it on, we can actually feel the differences or not. Tyler and I have never had an upgraded sway bar on a vehicle before, so we're not really knowing what to expect, just what we've read and heard before. So let's go ahead and get this test drive done, and then we'll come back and put the sway bar on.
So the corner we're coming up to right now is a 40-mile-per-hour corner.
Of course, everybody's braking and freaking out.
There's 50, 60. 75. Overall, it felt fine, but then again, this is how I've been driving the car, so I don't really know what to compare it to just yet. I personally love the way that the car feels right now, so the thought of going to a bigger sway bar kind of worries me, because I don't know if it's going to just make it bite harder or if I'm gonna lose grip somehow. So
should it make you lose grip?
It shouldn't, no.
Not if you adjust it correctly.
But I think it's because in my head and me not knowing enough about it, I feel like it's going to be like running a super stiff spring or something like that in the front. So now that we're on a straight road, I'm going to go 35 and I'm going to do quarter turns. So brace yourself. Okay. 35.
Whoa! Okay.
Quarter. Sorry.
I was not expecting you to throw it that hard.
Oh, sorry.
You should have told me to hold on to my camera, not brace myself. Fucking camera just hits a goddamn angle. Be careful around this.
Yeah, I know this one's tight.
Roundabout. The only corners in Florida.
This is pitiful.
How fast are you going?
65.
Oh my god.
That was to the floor going uphill.
Yes!
Move! Turn the AC back on. This corner says 25. I'm currently going 55.
This corner is kind of weird, so. I need a bucket seat.
Yeah, we really do. It's not like we have an extra one right now.
See, if I had a bucket seat, I could shove this in the 5th point.
Yeah. Of course.
Is this guy gonna go really the way that we're going?
Oh,
thank God.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Best road in town, according to Chelsea, which is me.
just love how planted it is. If this sway bar is gonna make this thing even more planted, I totally understand why people go crazy and buy like super thick sway bars and reinforcements and gobbledygoos. I'm like really excited to put this on the car now.
Alright, so overall thoughts on the car with the stock sway bar at the moment?
I mean, the car's personally where I like it. It's grippy. Like it's a little, it almost feels like the tail wants to kick out in a couple corners, but I think that's just because I'm not running anything in the back.
Yes, definitely.
But as far as the front, it just plops down and just grips. I have no issues whatsoever or worries about like where my grip point is or if I'm even getting close to it right now.
I literally don't even think your horsepower can match where your grip point is.
Probably not, no.
Let's go ahead and get back home, install the sway bar, and come back out and see the difference. So we did add my DIY cooling panel for the radiator. That was on my SR20 Miata before I put the carbon fiber hood on. We went ahead and cut a hole for Tyler's hood latch and put it on his car because I'm going to have to do a whole nother setup on mine. And I repainted it, but looks pretty good. So if you don't know, here is Tyler's wheel setup. He's got the John Blode Racing Series 500 wheels and the Toyo Proxy R1R 225/45s on there. They are fairly new tires. We haven't put many miles on them. So Tyler does have 180 Swift springs on the front, and we believe 160 on the rear on BCs. We'll jack the car up. You're gonna have to take this under tray off, and your sway bar sits right here with 2 bolts going up. You'll be able to see it a little better once we get that off, and then your end link is right here, which is attached to the sway bar and then attached to the lower control arm. Okay, so now that he has the under tray off, you can see better. Here is the Here is the sway bar mount right there, those 2 bolts. It should be 12 mils, and they just come right off. And then he'll unhook both of these end links, which I believe are 14s.
Yep.
Yep, Tyler says yes. And there's a bolt and nut on one side or the other on ours. Now the stock end links are a little different. So now Tyler's just taking those 2 bolts off I showed you on the opposite side.
So looking at these side by side, one of these things is not like the other because one of these things is beefy as
Beefy.
So it was difficult trying to get this out. So let's try and get this in. I appreciate the enthusiasm because this is not going to be fun.
Nah, look at it.
Shove it across. All right, push your side down. Ooh, hello, radiator.
You okay?
Woo, it's hot. All right, push it down. Hey.
Hey, we got it.
Yeah, so I already grease these with just universal grease. Really, there's nothing complicated to them. Just slide it over,
Yeah, new they usually come with bushing grease.
and that'll be it.
Yeah, I put the bushing on first, and then this, otherwise you're not going to be able to get it on.
Yes. That is a valid fact, yes. So here, let's do this one. Okay, so again, you're just going to open it up.
Whee!
Push that over. Oh. One of my bolts. I would say get a couple threads started, but I'm having trouble just getting a thread started.
I should have bought you those Racing Beat sway bar things I found.
You found some Racing Beat sway bar things?
Sway bar, they go above, it's like a block that sits above.
This?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to run it with the power steering.
Yes, they make it, the guy had it with the power steering.
Oh, really?
The hole cut out, yeah.
Oh.
But I didn't think we were going to find a sway bar for your car, so I didn't even...
Oh, so you weren't being optimistic about my car?
No.
Thanks, babe.
I was like, oh, I don't have power steering, I can't run those.
One track mind, I see.
Look for your own parts.
I do. That's the sad thing, is you keep finding all the good stuff.
Yeah, and then it's sold.
Yeah, that's true. Everything lately has been selling faster than we can even...
so hot. Everything is so hot right now. Console is so hot right now. That looked like it was heading for my lens.
One thing that you want to make sure that you do when you install these is put them above the tie rods, because yeah, okay.
You can't spin. I guess you can't spin it.
Nope, I gotta back them out.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was literally just thinking, I was like, man, this would be so much easier if this wasn't just hanging straight down.
Basically, you're supposed to do this with the car on ramps where you can adjust the end link. Because you want this at almost 90 degrees, the sway bar itself, under load. So we're going to get it as close as possible to 90 degrees that we can. Tyler got them adjusted to where he thinks they should be. We're not going to put the under tray back on yet, just in case when we lower the car, I don't know, something hits, or we need to adjust these end links again when we get back after a test drive or whatever. Basically, we're going to test this and see if it works. And if we like it. Or not me, Tyler. It's his car. So here's what it looks like under the car. It looks like we might be at 90 degrees.
Yeah?
If you want to look at it. I think we're close. The angle on the camera is a little weird, so... Yeah, I think Tyler pretty much nailed it. It looks really good. So Tyler's just torquing down the wheels so they don't come loose like somebody did before. Definitely not me.
Hey, they didn't come loose. They stayed hand tight.
Yeah. They were all on there.
They were all on there.
Oops. Sometimes you just forget to do stuff. It happens. That's why you should always, like, quadruple check.
That's why everyone does this. Like, the first click. I don't know how much I can trust that.
Let's take this baby for another spin.
Let's do it!
And see how she rides now. Alright. Let's take this thing out for another test drive. Tyler's going to drive again. I'm going to be in the passenger seat trying to film as steady as possible.
Ready?
So bear with me. Tyler's ready. I'm ready. I think the keys are in there.
Yep.
Don't lock us out of the house.
First impressions of just driving straight. Can't notice anything. It absolutely doesn't change the feeling of what I've noticed.
In a straight line?
Yeah, in a straight line. It does feel like it is a little sharper. Wow, it got dark. It feels like it's a little bit sharper when you're just turning in general, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah.
It feels a lot better in the passenger seat. What?
That's amazing.
It feels a lot better in the passenger seat.
Like
obviously you felt that too. Yeah.
Oh, this is not good. I now have confidence that I shouldn't.
That felt so solid.
Yeah, because cornering now.
I feel like you don't have as much sway.
Hence the name.
It's the anti-sway bar. All I feel is the back end.
Yeah, same. It feels like the front is very planted. Like even more planted than before, which thank you for finding this.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
so ecstatic about this right now. Oh my god. The price that they asked for this new, I understand why they asked.
I mean, it's really not that bad.
It's really not, especially compared to like a new OEM anti-sway bar. I think they still ask like $100.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, most of them are 150 and up.
Yeah.
You can usually get a front and rear set, which a lot of people don't run the rears. Some people do, some people don't. But, I mean, they're really not terribly priced. It's the adjustable end links that make the price go
Yeah.
more up, because I think most of them are like $60 or more, $70
Yeah.
for one pair.
So if you're looking to do a suspension mod or whatnot,
Excuse me.
I would definitely try out the sway bars first.
Sway bars and coils.
Yeah. That's the great thing about Miatas is like you don't need a lot to make these things fun.
I mean, they say honestly you don't need to upgrade your rear sway bar, so if you're really going to upgrade something, upgrade the front. More so than the rear.
3, 2, 1. I mean, it feels
Felt
pretty
a
similar.
little, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, so
Again.
yeah, doing that I can actually feel. Sorry, was that a little too aggressive? Okay, so doing that, I did notice a little bit of scrubbing, but I was jerking the wheel pretty aggressively, and I felt it tripod just a little bit, like the tires wanted to kick up, but
That's more your suspension though, I think.
yes.
On that.
Here's that same corner, 25 miles an hour. I'm gonna keep it pinned at 50. Because I'm trying to be as consistent as possible so that I have data that actually shows the difference. So much smoother.
Yeah, it really is.
So, overall, absolutely upgrade your sway bar if you kind of drive like this, where it's a little aggressive. Or if you do like a bunch of track days, like everyone says when it comes to sway bars, like they absolutely change the feeling of the car, and I was kind of skeptic about it. I didn't think that it really would be, or it wouldn't be that much. It's completely different, and I absolutely love it. This thing feels so much more planted. But the bad thing about it all is now I have to buy more stuff for it, because now I want to buy a rear upgraded sway bar and
No,
new
you
end
have
links.
one. You have the Flying Miata.
Well, yeah, I
Rear
guess that's
sway
true.
bar.
But now I need new end links in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I only have to buy half of what I originally thought. But if this changes, or if that bar changes this car this much, I am so excited for your car,
Yeah.
because we are changing so many different things.
My whole suspension setup, like 3/4 of it is going to be different. So, you guys don't even know yet.
You don't even know!
But it's coming.
Overall, I'm thoroughly impressed by just these two things that we added on, the sway bar and the end links, it's made this thing so much smoother in the corners. I'm still kind of flabbergasted about it. I love it. I can't wait for Chelsea to drive it just to see her reaction on it. I am just absolutely in love with how the car feels now. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button wherever it is. Is it over here now? Or is it over here? I don't know. Make sure to hit it. Share it with your friends. We'll see you guys next time.